Good morning, everyone. Yeah, hope this video finds everybody well. Yesterday's video was, I don't know, my own thoughts a little lackluster, but like I said in the video, I've been trying to, for the last couple of days. Yeah, Saturday evening and through now, I just been trying to think about some more positive stuff going on in the world, or just not just just try to be a little more positive. Just not just show the stuff that we don't want to happen. I mean, I've made lately I've been making a bunch of video, and you all haven't been seeing much of it because I didn't think it was too good. Yesterday, that video I posted wasn't even half of what I shot yesterday, just because I just felt like it was, first of all, a little too preachy, and second of all, it was just didn't feel like it was very coherent. It didn't make much sense, kind of jumping around. So I kind of want to touch on some stuff today out of that, and hopefully I can get it where it makes sense. This thing here don't knock me over, but it's about being afraid. You just don't be afraid to try new things, try a better job. I was saying that I've known people that have stayed in some horrible jobs. I mean, the money's terrible, the hours are terrible, the boss is terrible, and they just stay because they're afraid they can't do any better. It's just, you can. I mean, there's a whole lot more out there. Make yourself a better employee. Learn new skills. And I'm sure, I've been in that situation. Of course, for me, it was more, I just don't want to go through the process of changing. Whether it be changing the job or changing my hours or whatever, just stuck in that rut. So anyway, I'm not going to dwell on that very long. Just, if I think I said this at least once before. It was Dave Ramsey that I heard the quote from, and he was quoting someone else, and I can't remember who that someone else is at this point, but the quote is, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're probably right. So it's all about what you think. And that's a problem I've had throughout my life is, I don't think I can do that, So anyway, there's that. I'm going to leave that alone now because, like I said yesterday, I got off and I don't know, it just didn't make good video. But, take a little time and enjoy what the good Lord give you. I titled my video yesterday, "A Good Day to Be Alive," and it was. And I can't remember, and I apologize to whoever it was that posted it. But it was one of my subscribers, also a YouTube creator, said that every day is a good day to be alive. And that's true. You know, some days are better than others, but every day is a good day to be alive. And, you know, you need to stop and take the time once in a while and just enjoy life. And I'm not talking a big deal. Just stop, go sit on the front porch, the back porch, out in the yard, whatever you got. Just enjoy life, you know. Don't worry about keeping up with the Joneses or anything else. Just enjoy. You know, take you a drive out in the country and see what's going on out there. Alright, I'm going to try to keep this not being preachy, but you've all heard me, I guess, complain to a point about people calling the middle of the country flyover country. Just because they don't think there's anything worth taking the time to learn about what's going on. They look down on us. And I know that's probably a minority. Oh, okay, I get to deal with this morning. And I'm guessing, can't tell, but I'm guessing that's Minnie. She's been out, so. All right, well, I finally got that pig in. That's why, one of the reasons, it's not the reason, but it's one of the reasons that pig is leaving our farm. But while putting her in, this one here over here, this one, where's my finger at? Right there, decided he was going to get out. And then I got all the pigs in, and then I had to fix the fence over here because they had it shorted out, which I gotta go turn that back on. So, woo, we're off to a start today, huh? And I don't have a clue what I was talking to y'all about. So, alright, so this day just keeps getting worse. Rhonda came out here to check on the guineas, and this is what she found. Empty cage, feathers everywhere. There's a chicken in there now because I opened it up so they could get in there and eat that feed. But anyway, there's feathers over here on this end. I'm thinking a raccoon is our culprit because these were just about full-grown guineas and they could not get through that. But somehow, you can see it here, right there. Something pulled it through there, through the cage walls, right there. And then probably over on the other side where those were. So, our not so good day just keeps getting worse. There's feathers over here. And it's just, yeah. Okay, everybody. Just gets crazier all the time. And I'm really having trouble wrapping my head around a lot of this stuff that's going on. I'm not going to go into a lot of it. Uh, Rhonda told me earlier this morning she went to Walmart yesterday, her and number one farmhand, to pick up a few things. And she said that our local Walmart, or one of them, this one happened to be over here in Pittsburg, Kansas, has signs up, or some kind of announcement, I didn't quite catch that part, that basically, I can't remember exactly what she said, but it's basically warning you there's going to be shortages and to be patient, and there's going to be limits on how much of you could buy of an item. Folks, when Walmart says there's going to be shortages and they're going to limit you on stuff, that should be a warning. I know the Waltons, they got enough money, they don't care. They can live for 2 or 3 generations pretty comfortable, I'm sure. But they like to make money. So but like I said, I'm trying to get my thoughts together here. That's why these pauses. There's something going on here. Not exactly what it is. I don't know. I know this country, a big part of it, has been under drought conditions, and then in other areas there's been massive flooding, and now hurricane season is starting on the southeast, on the Gulf Coast and the Atlantic Ocean. Here for the United States. Oh, excuse me. I've been sleeping good lately. Anyway, so to get back to the point here, Walmart says there's going to be shortages. There probably is. I'm not a fan of Walmart, don't get me wrong. I used to be, until I realized what was going on. And they're just trying to make all the money they can. But I just don't like what has happened. These Walmart supercenters have put so many smaller grocery stores out of business that it's just, in my opinion, it's terrible. And I've been guilty of helping to facilitate that. Lamar, Missouri, over here, east of us, they don't even have a local grocery store anymore. It's Walmart or nothing. You go somewhere else. And that's a sad deal. That's not right. And I know that some of the practices with Walmart, and I know that at one time there was a supplier. I knew someone that worked for a supplier to Walmart. I mean, pretty close, so they knew the ins and outs there. And Walmart did not take a loss on anything they supplied. They would send Walmart their products, and they would put them on the shelf. If they don't sell, Walmart doesn't take a loss on them. It's the supplier that takes the loss. And used to be Walmart was cheap. Their prices were cheap, and a lot of their stuff was cheap too. But anyway, I'm not getting on here to bash Walmart. We could easy enough, but But I don't know. That sends up another one of those red flags for me. Uh, if they're announcing there's going to be shortages and there's going to be limits on how much of each item you can buy, that's just tells me there's something up. Obviously, there's going to be shortages. You know, if Walmart's taking the time to warn you. Now, there's all kinds of conspiracy theories we could get into, and then if you're watching this, you've probably heard many of them, or you've heard some I haven't. It'd be interesting to hear, but so, you know, this all goes back. I've been saying, try to be prepared. You know, set some preparedness goals. You know, I can remember, and I did it too, laughing at you remember the TV show Doomsday Preppers? You know, these people, you know, were just sure that things were going to get really, really bad. Go back and watch some of them shows and think about some of the things that's happened in recent history. They don't look so crazy now. But I laughed at it. I thought some of them was kind of funny. Some of them had some good information, you know. But, and pay attention to what's going on. I guess the whole fake meat thing isn't going over too well at McDonald's because they're not going to carry it anymore. Good for McDonald's, and that's not something you're going to hear come out of my mouth very often. So, you know, at least they're listening to customers. But there's other things, the whole crickets being put into our food, you know, without educating people on what it is. Chitin. Chitan. Chitin. Or so I've heard it pronounced chitin. But it's a naturally occurring polymer, and there's like 3 types of it. But the problem with it is there's one type that's in mushrooms that's okay. It's not going to be a problem. But this one type that this goes into growing the exoskeleton on bugs, think crickets. And that's not good for you. Your body can't process it. It causes problems. Go look it up. You know, they're putting crickets in our food without telling us. Now, you know, they're going to say they're telling us because they're putting it on the label chitin and something else. I can't remember that. I'll have to go look that up again. But, wow. Just all the more reason to buy from somebody you can develop a relationship with. You know, your local grumpy pig farmer. You know, but like I said, it's crazy. There's that. The shortages that we've been seeing shortages, but when Walmart's actually warning you by putting up notice, is something fishy. You know, and this shortage stuff has been going on for a while now, and it seems to be getting steadily worse. And then there's the whole, and we'll know about this one pretty quick. What I'm about to tell you is all I know. Period. I don't know. I can't find anything else out. But supposedly there was this German, I don't know what their form of government is, but he was in their government, kind of like the House of Representatives in our country, I guess. Or maybe the Senate, I don't know. Excuse me. But he got up and, he was saying that on September 24th, 2022, will be a day we will all remember where we were at. And that's all I know. I mean, I've heard a lot of speculation, but I'm not going to go into all that. But we have some history to think about with the Germans. Take that for what you will. I don't know. I'm not gonna speculate. But we'll know here in about 3 days, I think. No, it's more like 5 days. Today's the 19th. So, anyway, we've got that there for whatever that is, and it may be nothing. I kind of hope it turns out to be just a whole lot of nothing. But something to think about. Gas prices have been down, but I'm like a lot of other people. That's artificial. Gas prices are always volatile, but the president releasing all those oil reserves, people not driving as much because they can't afford to. We never take that into consideration on this. And that's what they want. And then you got to think about the bad decisions. The state of California, who suffers and has been suffering for years with rolling blackouts. They cannot produce enough electricity to keep the lights on in California. I mean, just can't. And for whatever reason, I don't know, I think it's too much investment in wind and solar, but that technology is just not there yet. But anyway, so they're having rolling blackouts and have had rolling blackouts for years. So now they're going to mandate by 2035. Oh man, them pigs are out there fighting. That one barrel we put in there, I guess he doesn't want to share the shade. I don't know. But anyway, by 2035, the state of California has mandated there will be no fossil fuel powered vehicles on the road. Which means, this being 2022, the 13 years from now, everybody is going to have to, that wants to drive. Now, and this is probably part of it. They're probably thinking that, hey, this will stop a lot of people from driving, from owning cars, put them on public transit. Maybe we can finally get everybody traveling by train like we want. But anyway, by 2035, no gasoline powered vehicles on the highway, on the streets, anywhere in California. And like I said, this is from a state that can't keep the lights turned on. It's just poor decision making. Trust me, I know the poor decision making. Voice of experience. It's just crazy out there. You've got to get yourself prepared mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. Just any way that you can think to be prepared, you need to be doing it. Because things are going to get tough, it looks like. I keep trying to look for things to be happy about, and there's a lot of things to be happy about. I mean, I'm walking around on top of the dirt. I mean, that's always a good thing. Even though as a Christian, I believe that if I live right, accept Jesus Christ as my Savior, then, you know, I will go to a better place than this. But I can't quite get, I'm just not sure I'm there. But anyway, you know, a lot of people just aren't ready for what may be happening. And I pray every day I'm wrong about this. You know, it's going to make the Depression look like good times. And it's not that the times are going to be any worse. It's just there's so many more people. And there's so many people that have no survival skills. You know, they go work in an office or something, air conditioning. Everything is climate controlled. You know, they're not used to doing manual labor. And I'm not where I should be in that department. But, you know, all of a sudden they're not going to be able to run to the grocery store every day and buy supper or whatever. You know, the fast food places will be gone. You know, the buildings will still be there, but there won't be nobody in there flipping burgers because there won't be anything to flip. You know, I've touched on in past videos the upcoming beef shortage is going to hit us sometime in 2023. You might want to check into learning some skills, you know, growing vegetables, you know, grow rabbits for food, chickens, you know. And I know if you live in a city somewhere, you got to worry about the Karens, you know, running and tattling. Oh, they got rabbits. They're not supposed to have animals in the farm animals and blah, 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 blah. You know what? Them people are going to be in trouble too. Because they're just, you know, it could be getting bad, folks. Oh, anyway, I guess that's enough doom and gloom for now. And if you're not seeing it by now, I really need to shut up about it because you're not going to see it. You don't want to see it. I don't want to see it either. I want it to go back to the way it was, you know, in my younger days when, you know, everybody was making money. Everybody that wanted a job could have a job. You know, you could get out here and earn a living without having 15 different government agencies looking over your shoulder and sticking their nose in your business. Now, they've done some good. I mean, you know, there's always been a criminal element, but just, I don't know. It's just too much government now. Anyway, I guess I ought to stop. I need to get to cutting on my tank over there and turning it into a water trough and a feed trough. That's probably going to be well, now there's no probably to it. It is going to be its own video. It's not a step by step, but it'll give you an idea what to do. So, don't know if this is going to be the end of the video or not. It's going to be kind of a long one because this segment here is going almost 20 minutes now. I feel this need to let people know, to sound the alarm, so to speak. You know, tough times are on their way, and to get ready. So I'm going to stop there. Alrighty, everybody. Let's see if I can get them both in a picture. I think so. What a day. as I'm sure you saw by now, I had pig out this morning. First thing. That's Minnie. She's looking for a new home. I am looking for a new home for her. Maybe she knows it. I don't know. But, yeah. And then while I was trying to get her put back, I had another one get out. And then I found out later something got our last 2 guineas. Pretty sure it's a raccoon. And I can't think of anything else that would be able to... Excuse me. But anyway, I couldn't think of anything else that would be able to reach in and pull that guinea out through the wire, that cage. Oh man, my nose itches. But yeah. And then I break out my battery operated reciprocating saw, or I'm gonna cut that hot water tank down to make a water trough and a feed trough. That sounded weird. That's because I had a fly on my nose. I was chasing it off. There's Butch coming over to say hi, everybody. So, yeah. The batteries aren't working. He's at it again. A little knucklehead. But anyway, it's just been one of those days, I didn't sleep very good last night. So, I'm not really complaining. I'm just saying this is what's going on in my life right now. It happens quite often. I don't sleep well. But anyway, it is what it is, as they say. Right now, Rhonda and Ethan are going up to the football game. The JV, I think it's just JV. I don't know. Anyway, they're going to work at the concession stand, and I'm going to try to stay awake here at home until bedtime. Yeah, just kind of sums up my day there. Just one of those days. Mama said there'd be days like these. Unlike John Lennon, my mama told me there would be days like these. Just... So, anyway, guess I'll just wind this up. She's almost done. Hope everybody's day's gone better than mine. Because mine hasn't gone horrible. It's just been one of those days. I have had worse. Way worse. And there are people who have had worse days than my worst days. So, I can put it all into context there. So anyway, let's look out for each other. Let's help each other when we can. And let's pray. This world is sure needing a lot of that lately. And we'll catch y'all later.